Fuck is up, gamers? It's your boy the Goods, and we are here for episode number 4 of the Great Ace Attorney Resolve. The last episode we discovered that this boy, memenemo, or whatever the fuck his name is, took a photo. And sweet little Ray Shaoling over here is a little down.
I'm so sorry, Susato. I should have told you about the toxin. Ray.
You have a strong sense of responsibility, I know. That's why you decided to shoulder the burden alone.
No, that's not it at all. I was scared of my failure coming to light, that's all. So I hoped to retrieve the substance from the English woman before anyone found out. Before the trial started, do you remember what you said, Susato? That you had no doubt in your mind about my innocence, that you'd stand by me to the last. I remember. And yet I didn't deserve your trust in me. I had important details from you, Susato. I completely betrayed your faith in me. Hit me, Susato! I deserve it! No, in fact, throw me to the floor!
Oh yeah, fucking Susato Smackdown!
No, that's too good for me as well! Drag me through the city streets!
I'm no better, you know.
Oh.
Even though in my heart I knew that you'd pulled the knife blade from Miss Brett's back. There was just a brief moment when, in my mind, I doubted you.
Susato!
I'm sorry. After I stood here and promised you that I'd stand by you and always be on your side, I betrayed your faith in me too. And as such, I failed you as a lawyer.
Oh, no!
I think the situation has taught both of you a valuable lesson. Placing your unbridled faith in another is no easy task.
Yes, Father. That fact has certainly struck home. Which is why I can see more clearly now. So, Ray.
Yes?
Can you find it in your heart to forgive me?
Oh, Susato! You know you'll always be a gallant, dashing lawyer in my eyes now.
Oh, Ray.
This is so cute. They're adorable.
I was so scared, when it happened. I didn't know what was going on. The English woman was sitting at the back of the hut, listening to what I was saying. I knew it was you who stole the poison. Well now, whatever do you mean? And then, a moment later, she suddenly got to her feet. Before collapsing on the floor in front of me, with a knife in her back.
I like that her voice is gravelly and younger, you know what I mean?
Cause Maya's voice kinda sounds like this, and Maya's a little bit more put together, I really like doing Maya's voice. But Ray's voice is a lot scarier and younger sounding. It's got like a gooberiness in it. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but I sure can. It'll happen right before my eyes.
It's like it catches in the back of your throat, you know what I mean?
Because she's not really talking like this.
And you were the only people in the hut at the time?
That's right. Just Miss Brett and myself. There was no one else.
There's like a little lisp to it.
So I just don't understand how she possibly could have been stabbed like that.
A great mystery indeed.
I still can't believe it happened. That's why I just couldn't bring myself to speak up.
It will be alright. However it happened, and whatever really went on by the sea that day, I promise you that I'm going to prove everything you've said you saw is true.
Spoken like a true Mikotoba. Now, I think we should discuss what's coming up in the trial, don't you? We don't have much time. We must make sure we have our facts in order.
Yes, I expect the poison's going to come under close scrutiny in the upcoming proceedings. The police should hopefully have identified it on the blade by now.
The trouble is, it's a completely new laboratory-synthesized blend of alkaloids. The police won't have any way of testing for it.
Oh, I see.
Yes, without this chemical reagent, it's impossible to detect the toxin.
Chemical reagent?
I sent a colleague of mine off with some earlier to deliver to the police headquarters. I think perhaps you should have some as well, though, just in case.
Interesting. I don't know why I should have some.
What's the matter, Susano? You're suddenly very quiet.
It's this newspaper article. Exclusive, deadly poison stolen from UMA Medical Research Laboratory. I'm wondering how the information got out, given that it was a government secret.
It was all the English woman's doing!
What?
It was when the professor and Suzeki-san were being interviewed at the laboratory. That so-called English lady swaned in, and without any compunction said to Professor Mikotoba,
Oh, Professor, surely your guest would love to hear about your work on that substance there. How the fuck do you know about that? Yeah, what the fuck?
It put me in a very awkward position, to be frank. But Soseki-san's curiosity had been piqued, so I had little choice but to give him a cursory introduction.
So then, Suzeki-san knew about the poison?
Yes, and it's highly likely that the reporter who was writing up the story about us would have caught a glimpse of the toxin too.
This menememo-san. By the way, did the reporter join you all when you went to the beach?
"Oh, no, I don't remember the reporter being there."
Indeed, he shouldn't have been. I very much doubt anyone would have wanted him there.
Oh?
A known criminal had been given permission by the authorities to bathe by the seaside. Suzeki-san pointed out that inviting a reporter might be problematic, so the man was sent back to his office.
Yet he obviously didn't go back. He secretly followed the party to the beach and took this very candid photograph. And then presumably he posted it anonymously to the police.
Ah!
Yes, that must be what happened. Counsel! We've just heard that the new witness is now ready to testify. The trial's about to resume. Please proceed into the courtroom at once. It's time to steel ourselves once again, then. Defense attorney Ryutaro Naruhodo.
Yes! Ray has put her faith in me now and told me everything. So I can't let her down.
I have to prove that what she's telling the court is true.
I have to prove what really happened that day.
Alright, let's get it. Let's get it. Alright, here we go. Here we go. You gonna play my fucking favorite song again? Yeah.
I hereby call this court to order as we reconvene to continue the trial of Ray Mambani. Prosecutor Ouchi, have you summoned the new witness?
Before I address that question, Your Excellency, I have some very important news to share.
Oh?
What's news? And why does he look so happy about it?
During the recess, with the collaboration of Professor Mikotoba's laboratory at Yume University, the police re-examined the knife that was used to end Miss Giselle Brett's life.
Excellent! I admire your rapid handling of the matter.
Oh, too kind, Your Excellency. I was merely carrying out instructions, of course.
I had the reagent delivered to the police headquarters by rickshaw so it would get there in good time.
But judging by the man's swagger, I fear we might need to brace ourselves for the inevitable.
And, counsel, what were the results?
This dagger, which was so cruelly used to end the life of the victim, has no trace of poison anywhere along its blade.
What? Are you sure about that?
I would stake the reputation of the police on it.
Armed with the reagent, the test is extremely simple. They couldn't have made a mistake.
I wonder if she drank it, then stabbed herself, specifically so that this would happen?
In short, the accused's feeble excuse earlier has been utterly destroyed.
I ain't afraid. I ain't scared.
Now, the prosecution is ready to call the new witness.
Ah, the newspaper reporter who managed to capture a photograph at the crucial moment. Good. Very well, officer, bring in the witness.
No trace of poison on the knife. But if that's really the case... How could the toxin have entered the victim's body?
She drank it, stupid. He put it in the wine. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my fucking God.
Witness, please state your name and occupation for the court.
Oh, Ray Menememo with a show yo news. I'm what people like to call a journo.
What's a journal?
What's a giorno, father? Do you know?
It's a JoJo Bizarre Adventure character, Giorno Giovanni.
It's a simple contraction of journalist.
I'm there when the news breaks, putting pen to paper to catch those scoops so they're in print the next morning. They don't call me the hero of the Herald for nothing. The nice guy in news.
Oh, so, it was you who took this photograph, was it?
Well, what have we here?
I'm sorry?
Oh, brace yourselves, people! Menememo senses a scoop in the offing. Female student up to foul play, defended by curiously handsome young lawyer in Supreme Court. The readers will lap this up. We'll set it above the fold in 72 point in the 5-leg format for the morning edition.
Huh?
Right then, let's start with your name.
Oh, it's Ryutaro Naruhodo.
Next, what made you want to become a lawyer?
I wanted to reform our country's legal system, I suppose.
Taro has suddenly become very ambitious, I see.
I just borrowed Kozuma-sama's dream for a while.
By the way, my name is Taketsuki Auchi. That's Take-Suchi Auchi. The so-called dark horse of the Supreme Court. My objections strike fear into every defense lawyer's heart.
No, the readers won't buy that. Witness!
Yeah?
What this court demands to know is whether or not you were responsible for taking this picture.
The taking of this picture is what he said, but I couldn't read.
It was delivered anonymously to the Imperial Police Bureau only yesterday.
Yeah, I wouldn't be a journal if I didn't click quick when presented with a scoop like that now, would I? Sometimes stories call out to me. Sometimes I have to chase them down, but either way, you gotta be fast. Fast legs to run with and a fast hand to write with. It's no good if you don't note it down, I always say. That's what I call my menememoism.
Menememoism?
Yes, I remember your face. We met that day when you were interviewing myself and Soseki-san.
Yes, right. That was me. Menememo again.
But you were supposed to be going back to the Shoyu news offices after our meeting.
But the scoop is,
I didn't.
because that English woman's words had piqued my journalistic interest.
Miss Brett's words?
A criminal, left to do as she pleases, just because she happens to be a British citizen? It's horse dung! This country's judiciary is rotten to the core! The Supreme Court's rulings aren't worth the paper they're written on. The police are just imperial pawns.
Stay your tongue, young man. Those are complex political issues at play.
Huh. Well, anyway, I quickly jotted down those words she said in my menememo pad. My menememo memo pad. Are you ready? I'll read it out. It's all here. Right, here goes. I should like to go with everyone to see your country's coast. A serious criminal going on some junket? The people need to know about this. That's why I decided to sneak after him. To get the woman's story so I can hammer her in the press.
Do you mean to say that you did indeed witness it firsthand? The grim scene portrayed in this photograph.
Oh yeah, I saw it with my own very own journal eyes. From start to finish, through the viewfinder of my trusty camera.
Thank you, Menememo-san. You will now give a formal testimony before the court. You will state exactly what it is that you witnessed of the events surrounding Miss Brett's death. Interesting. The camera never lies. The beach hut was made of shoddy old reed screens, so there were plenty of gaps I could see inside through. The English woman was sitting on a stool when the student girl came in and started arguing with her. Seconds later, the girl pulled out a knife, throwing the English woman to the floor as she stabbed her in the back. My smoldering jovial spirit burst into flames. Quick as a flash, I whipped out my camera ready to click. I pulled apart the rough weave of one of the screens and poked the lens through for the perfect shot.
I call fucking bullshit on that, TBH, bro. Read screens, you say? Right, you can see them as clearly as day enough in that great shot I snapped. Oh yeah, you're right. The whole walls were just screens made of coarsely woven reeds.
Yes, it allows the breeze to pass through and bring some relief from the summer heat.
And it was a breeze for me to poke my camera through and see the whole thing hotten up. Ignoring for the time being the appalling invasion of privacy involved in the woman's fucking bath hut, weirdo. Did you witness everything that happened from the moment the defendant entered the hut? Oh yeah, I saw it. I saw the whole thing from start to finish. And you say that you took the photograph through a gap in one of the screens? Luckily for me, they were pretty shoddily woven. I pulled the reeds apart and thrust the lens of my camera through the gap. Would I get away with it, or would I be seen? It was the gamble of a lifetime.
A tenacity of purpose that's considered admirable in a journalist, I suppose.
Run a risk one day, run a scoop the next. That's menememoism in a nutshell. At last, it would appear we have a genuine witness to this wicked crime. The evidence and testimony are extremely compelling. I believe we may be close to a verdict.
No!
Wonderful news, Your Excellency! Wonderful!
Nevertheless, it cannot be denied that this testimony begs one very large question.
What question?
Exclusive news, a startling photograph, all the makings of an exceptional story for the reporter. Why then was the story never published?
Oh, that's right.
It's a good fucking question, yeah. It seems clear to me there are circumstances at play here that are yet to be understood.
Ha! More pathetic excuses!
Very well then, counsel. Proceed with your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Excellency. There's more to this reporter than meets the eye. I have to piss. Hold on. He's keeping something about this case very close to his chest.
Who's to say? I don't know. I don't know anything, dude. Or it's a cross-examining, though. So apparently you press statement 3 is what you're supposed to do. That's not what I want to do. Press is Q.
Hold it!
Always has been Q. I don't know why I press E.
Do you swear before this court that you actually saw the precise moment when the stabbing took place?
Ha! The precise moment! I didn't see just that! I saw the whole hellish scene play out, from start to finish.
I have here a simple plan of the beach hut. Perhaps you could use it to explain to the court exactly what you witnessed.
Right you are! It's all here in my menememo memo pad. When I first peered into the hut, I'm sure that the English woman was on this stool at the back of the hut here.
Yes, the accused's own testimony confirmed that.
She just sat at the back of the hut, smiling sweetly, is what I have noted down.
It's my turn to testify now. Try not to interrupt. Then, the next moment, as I was watching, the evil student girl entered the hut. After a while, the pair of them ended up in the middle of the hut, arguing furiously. The English woman went for the student, but the girl dodged out of the way. And in a flash, plunged the knife into her adversary's back as the two passed each other. Call cap on that, but whatever.
What you describe is a grim crime indeed.
Never sugarcoat the truth. That's what menememoism says. The beach hut plan's been added to the court record. Oh! Oh, RM also stands for Raiten Menememo. I never would have fucking come up with that shit, dude.
By the way, menememo-san, whilst you were watching that terrible scene unfold before your eyes through the gap in the screen, did it not occur to you to try to prevent the tragedy rather than capture it on film?
Journals have to be observers. We can't get involved. That's our raison d'etre.
So you didn't converse with Miss Brett at all?
Obviously not. An observer always remains on the outside looking in.
And that's something to be proud of, is it?
Your Excellency, if I may. Yes, Professor. I think the witness's last, expertly phrased statement should perhaps be added to his formal testimony.
Father, what are you...
I will grant the defense's request. Menememo-san, you will supplement your formal testimony with the aforementioned statement. Well, nihilism is the foundation of menememoism, but I'll gladly prove that my words are meaningless. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and present.
Again, I never would have come up with this shit.
Objection!
Insane. Are you fucking kidding me? Take away my fucking health. Take it away. Take it away. I didn't read. I didn't fucking read what the thing said. So before I lose all of my fucking health, let's go ahead and save the game here. Biggest crock of shit ever. I swear to God, dude. You were supposed to examine the fountain pen. That we already fucking know says RM. We literally already knew that. But it's fine. Whatever. I have to specific... Are you fucking kidding me? This drives me up a fucking wall. You were supposed to present the emblem itself. Oh, the emblem at the pen's bottom. Oh. Oh. That's on me for just not fucking reading it.
Objection!
There we go. Now I've got it.
Menememo-san, until now I've had a firm belief that newspapers are in the business of uncovering and publishing the truth.
You're spot on there. The press doesn't lie, which is why I'm proud to wear the emblem of the Show Yo News on my arm. In a way, that's more menememoism.
Sadly, though, it seems that journalists who write for those papers don't always share the same passion for the truth.
What? What are you suggesting with those recriminatory words, Counsel?
Menememo-san, do you recognize this fountain pen?
Ah!
This pen was found at the scene of Miss Brett's death. In fact, the murdered victim was gripping it into hand as she died.
What are you?
If you look at the barrel of the pen, you'll notice that its owner's initials are engraved there. R.M.
Yes, thank you for bringing that up, Counsel. The initials of the accused, Ray Membani.
Is it a coincidence, I wonder, that your initials are also R.M.?
No!
Raiten Menememo. R.M.
That's horse dung! Can't you see? One of those central tenets of menememoism is being a pencil user.
And yet, as the court will clearly be able to see on your right hand, there was a very obvious blue ink stain.
It would appear that you must have rather carelessly left it somewhere recently. Your favorite fountain pen, that is. Horsey horse dung!
Menememo-san, is it not the case that before she died, you met with Giselle Brett in that beach hut?
Objection! Why should we listen to this absurd nonsense? It's nothing but another excuse.
Exactly! Show Your News will stand behind me all the way. I deny everything. There must be as many people with the initials RM as there are stars in the night sky.
The defense has neither the time nor inclination to count every star in the sky.
Oh.
And there's no need anyway, because this pen has more to tell. Yes, there's another clue. A clue that undeniably proves who its owner really is.
In that case, counsel, the defense will now show the court exactly where this alleged clue lies.
Of course, Your Excellency.
The clue is... Again, they could have fucking, like, made me do this there.
Got it!
Got it! As well as the initials, there's also an emblem on this fountain pen. An emblem that you will, of course, recognize, menememo-san.
Goodness me! It's the emblem of the Show Your News!
In other words, the owner of this pen is an employee of Show You News, whose initials are RM. Suddenly, the stars in the night sky don't seem so numerous, do they? Well, menememo-san, how do you respond?
No! Order, order! Explain yourself, witness! So, this is how the mighty Supreme Court works, is it? Using coercive tactics to have well-meaning citizens reveal harmless secrets.
I've used nothing but honest tactics.
Alright then, fine. I won't try to hide it anymore. Yes, not long before that grim tragedy unfolded. I, a Show Your News reporter, on behalf of the public, conducted an interview with that English woman.
An interview?
You never mentioned this before!
What exactly was this?
As I said, it was before that evil little student girl showed her face in the hut. It couldn't have lasted more than 2 or 3 minutes, that's all. It was just a brief exchange. But it came to nothing. As we menememoists say, the people don't pay their dues for unworthy news. However insignificant you deem it to be, this court cannot overlook the meeting between yourself and the victim. You will testify now under oath about the precise nature of this meeting and what transpired. Got it. Yes, alright, but on one condition.
Condition?
In all good conscience, I couldn't speak out alone about this. You need to call back the earlier witness, Oseki Natsume-san.
Soseki-san?
Oh yes, according to my notes here, that man has a secret of his own. Brace yourselves, it's not a harmless one. It's big.
What?
What the fuck is he doing? Menememoism states that one man's secret is every other man's front page story. Very well. I will grant the witness's request in this instance.
Officer, summon the earlier witness back to the stand.
Soseki-san, hiding something.
Interesting. Very interesting.
I asked the English woman for an interview, but she declined, so I left the hut without making a fuss. Then, watching secretly from outside, I saw the woman being stabbed and the other witnesses come running. The detective realized the victim still had a pulse, so he ran off to fetch help. That's when this writer man here asked the woman a significant question. But he didn't say anything about that in his testimony, which is why menememoism demands I reveal it now. So what the fuck was the question? He just not gonna say it? You mean to say the victim...
The victim regained consciousness? And when she did, you decided to ask her a question?
That's, true, yes. He did. And that's not all. The woman gave him a very definite answer. An answer that incriminates the accused.
This is preposterous! Why am I only hearing about this now? Why didn't you mention this before, you yokel hack?
It wasn't even a conversation! Yes, I did pose the withering English rose a question, I don't deny it. But she could no longer speak. She was barely conscious even.
Counsel for the defense, I expect a thorough cross-examination to be conducted here. This court must and will know the truth.
Absolutely, Your Excellency. The reporter is claiming that Miss Brett implicated Ray somehow. What on earth could have happened in that hut?
How the fuck should I know? How would I even know these things?
How would I even know?
So you're supposed to press any one of these.
Hold it!
I'm gonna press this one. Any one of these last two.
Suzaki-san, are you trying to hide something?
Don't look at me like that!
Suzaki-san! You must tell the court everything that happened!
Well, in truth, I'd been catching crabs at the water's edge and building castles in the sand, you see.
Well, the seaside is a place to be at leisure, I suppose, even for a grown man.
But then all of a sudden, from that little beach hut, young girls' panic-stricken cries for help pierced the air!
Ray. I ran up the beach to see what was happening, to find the defendant leaning over the collapsed victim. As soon as Inspector Hosonaga saw Miss Brett on the ground, he sprinted off to get help.
Oh wait, no, this is it. As soon as he saw it, he sprinted off to get help, and then a moment later, I heard a faint moan. A moan from the dead Englishwoman! I nearly jumped out of my skin!
But what did you ask her, Suzaki-san?
I asked her, who did this to you?
Don't protract this any longer! How did the woman respond?
She didn't! She said nothing in response! But...
And in the stand, you will answer the questions asked of you unambiguously. Now, without evasion or reticence, I demand that you amend your testimony.
I will! Okay, so we're gonna end the episode here. We're gonna continue this in the next one. I didn't realize how long it'd been. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.